Back in action tonight, 7:30 tip-off as you have the Miami Heat taking on the Boston Celtics. TNT game tonight. I believe it's a D-Wade night on TNT. It's Tuesday night, so you got D-Wade, Shaquille O'Neal, a couple of 2006 Miami Heat champions.
But he's in the studio. He's not calling the game, right?
No, he doesn't call the game. He should call the game.
Yeah.
I mean, they need to do a lot better with the people who call the games on TNT, quite frankly. But no, it's Dwayne Wade, Shaq, Candace Parker, Adam Lefkoe. Which, by the way, it's kind of hard to match, obviously, the gargantuan show that is inside the NBA with Chuck and Kenny and Shaq and Ernie, obviously. But that show's pretty good. Like Candace Parker, Shaq, Dwayne Wade, and Lefkoe. It's a good show, which I think probably speaks to the TNT producers because this ESPN, I mean, they can't come up with a good show. They try. I mean, they mix bag it all over the place.
Well, here's the problem. I think
they got depth.
Like at times they have good guys on there, but it's almost like on ESPN they're a little constrained or restricted, whereas they've gotten to the point on TNT where you ain't gonna stop Shaq, you ain't gonna stop Chuck, and people enjoy it, so they just let them run.
I'm annoyed by something, Leroy.
Just one thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm annoyed.
Okay, let's hear it.
I just got alerted to this on Twitter. Now, you know me. I love a power ranking, right?
Oh, boy.
I love a power ranking.
Yeah, okay.
ESPN has just dropped their NBA future power rankings of the NBA. How they think your team should be ranked over the next 3 years. All right?
Okay.
I'm annoyed. Because
where are the Heat?
All right, let me just say this real quick before I know I shouldn't get upset about this stuff because it's stupid.
Of course you shouldn't.
And this is exactly
and you're gonna annoy me because you're getting ready to get worked up over something that has no relevance to anything.
Let me get this. I want to be clear about something first and foremost. Okay. That I bet these stupid power rankings didn't have the idea that he would be in the finals when they did them 3 years ago. Right. Because it's done by that Pelton and that Bobby Marks, who, we've had on the show before. Bobby Marks, he's a nice guy, but I mean, it's basically a couple nerds putting their list together. But they have the Miami Heat tied for 10th. Tied for 10th.
In all of the NBA?
Future, yeah. In their future NBA power ranks. And I'll tell you let me tell you
how's that not that's not terrible.
Oh. It's not terrible. It's not where it should be. Here's what's annoying about me. Here's what's annoying about it to me. You want to know why I find this stupid? And I don't care what the breakdowns are. They do it under categories, all right? Players, management, money, market, and your draft. Okay. So they rank the players that you have, the management that you have, the flexibility and money that you have, the market that you're in, and how you draft guys.
Or the number of draft picks you have available.
Right. So mostly this is a list of the players that people just actually have, which makes your whole point of your list stupid. Okay? Because you're just ranking, names and individuals. Who we got? So, for example, the Brooklyn Nets, they're ranked number 1 in the future power rankings, which, I put them number 1 in the now rankings. Okay.
Because them 3 guys ain't going to be there in 3 years. Somebody ain't going to be there.
Maybe not. Who knows? Right. But it already just shows your list. Your list is no different than any other list.
Okay.
But here's what annoys me about why the Heat are ranked where they are. Because naturally, when they're doing these breakdowns, let me just read a couple of examples to you. Number 1, for the first time in the 12-year history of our NBA future power rankings, the Nets hold the number 1 overall spot. Brooklyn ranked 2nd in October 2019, fresh off of signing Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Okay, understood. They also add James Harden. Natural that would be the reasons why they have him there. Okay. Number 2, LA Clippers. Compared to other teams in the top 5, the Clippers have a bigger question mark. Their ability to re-sign Kawhi Leonard, who become an unrestricted free agent, still barring a second consecutive playoff collapse, which barring, it's the Clippers, bro. They also have Paul George. Okay, natural. You would put their 2 best players, right? Same thing. LA Lakers. Lakers locked up LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Kyle Kuzma. Cooler with putting Kuzma there in the first part, but fine. So they put their best players. Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray is injured. Nikola Jokic has had an MVP season. Michael Porter Jr. has a rose. Okay, I get why he's number 4. Fine. I get why these are your reasons you're putting best players. Philadelphia 76ers. Joke that they're above them. By the way, they have the Sixers management ranked as number 1 in their management poll, which these nerds and their obsession with Daryl Morey, highfalutin Daryl Morey.
God.
I mean, Christ, what has he done, Daryl Morey? What has he done? What has he done? He's put together the biggest disappointments in all of the National Basketball Association. Like, the idea that you would have Heat management ranked below Daryl Morey. I mean, get the hell out of here with that. I mean, management and Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is a volcano to Eric Spoelstra, and you would have them ranked above the Heat. That's neither here nor there. The point is, they put Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons in their description. But let me just go to the Heat's description, which is why I find this thing fugazi. For example, Milwaukee, after signing Giannis Antetokounmpo and Drew Holiday, all right, they named their 2 best players. But then I get to the Heat, right? And let me just read this. Much like the Mavericks, the Heat have spent a year plus playing to have flexibility around the summer run for Giannis Antetokounmpo and free agency. Unless Kawhi Leonard is interested in leaving the Clippers, that kind of franchise-altering star won't be available. Miami can still create $20 million in cap space by renouncing the rights to Kendrick Nunn and Duncan Robinson, but might be better off staying over the cap, retaining Goran Dragic and the bird rights for Victor Oladipo. We trust the Heat's highly rated management team to figure it out in the right path, which sounds like a compliment, but really what you're doing is you're slapping him in the face for not getting Giannis Antetokounmpo. But you want to know what 2 names you did not hear in their description of the future, Leroy? Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, which is the slap in the face that I've been talking about the entire year, because you have all these teams that these nerds are talking about. Oh, why are the Bucks good? Giannis Antetokounmpo and Drew Holiday. Why are the Clippers good? Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Yet in the entire description of the Miami Heat and their rankings, do you hear the names Jimmy Butler, an all-NBA player, Bam Adebayo should be the defensive player of the year? Do I hear them once from Pelton and Bobby Marks? No. Because once again, a slap in the face in the disrespect these 2 gentlemen get in their talents day in and day out. But you're going to come at me. You're going to come at me with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons are relatively young. You want to know who they're not younger than? Bam Adebayo, you dum-dums. Oh, congratulations, Joel Embiid. You still got hurt this year, but congratulations. You were able to not suck wind after 30 minutes. What do you want, a cookie? And you want to know who they have ranked above the Heat, Leroy? You want to know who they have ranked above the Heat? I'm glad you asked. You want to know who they have ranked? I mean, Leroy? Leroy. You want to know who they have ranked 7th? 3 spots. 3 spots above the Miami Heat. The New York Knicks.
Oh, God.
Now, let me just tell you something right now. I haven't even read what their description is yet, but I imagine it's going to be something to the effect of, the Mecca, bro. They're finally set up to go get things done. Leroy, how many times are we going to fall for this with this franchise? How many times? How many times is this going to happen? I'm going to tell you
how many times I'm falling for it. You fall for it.
No team in the history of the future power rankings have taken a bigger jump than the New York Knicks, a perennial bottom feeder in the late 20s. They have an annual average of 25 since 2013. By the way, Pelton and Bobby Marks, buy into your own gimmick much? Oh, this is what your average. Nobody remembers what your average is. We just remember what it is now. The Knicks are now a remarkable 7th. Remarkable. These are the standards these people have. New York had accurately ranked in the top 5 in money and market, but took a big jump in regard to roster. Once again, the all-NBA play of Julius Randle and development of R.J. Barrett has New York moving up 10 spots from 28th last April. The Knicks are well-positioned this offseason at over $50 million in cap space to add a big name or bring back their own free agents like Derrick Rose, Alec Burks, Nerlens Noel, or Reggie Bullock. Or maybe could do a combination of the 2. One drastic change in the rankings to where New York is in management, and the hiring of head coach Tom Thibodeau and a smart roster management by Leon Rose has the Knicks at 11. Last year, they were dead last in management. Now, first of all, Leon Rose. You're gonna put Leon Rose on any list ahead of Pat Riley? Really? You're gonna have Tom Thibodeau, who spent the entire early 2010s getting pantsed by Eric Spoelstra in playoff series.
He might win Coach of the Year this year. So,
Coach of the Year. You know what he should be? He should be Butcher of the Year for butchering people's legs, making Luol Deng age 10 years in his 20s. Taj Gibson. Where's Nick Friedel? Is he in these rankings? Did he write this? I mean, honestly, the New York Knicks. Let me just tell you something.
You think where the Heat are is bad?
Let me ask you this, Leroy. What list should the Heat ever be below the New York Knicks on, other than clown shows? Just disgusting. The ass kissing that goes to that franchise is unctuous and unbelievable.
So you're on that. I don't care. I'm fine with the Heat being 10, but not with the Knicks being ahead of them.
I'm not fine with the Heat being 10th because there's two things. One, it's lazy because they don't even take it. All they do with the Heat. This is what they do.
The whole NBA do?
Yeah. Well, thank you for barely putting me in the top 10, even though we were in the finals last year.
What does last year have to do with the next?
I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it does have to do with. One, it's a slap in the face to Jimmy Butler, who's one of the best players in the league. And we should start just saying it. We should start saying it because it matters. He's one of the best players in the league, and nobody gives him his respect. You'll give your respect to playoff P, but you won't give any respect to Jimmy Butler? Get the hell out of here.
I will say this. On Sunday, somebody said, here comes playoff Jimmy. They did say it on the game and during the game.
They did say that.
They did say it. So You're not entirely correct.
What do you mean?
They do give Jimmy his props.
Not Pelton. Not Bobby Marks.
Oh, so now it's
Mark Jones. Mark Jones is from down here. That's who said that. Mr. 305 himself.
He does have some homework goggles. Yeah, that's the other.
Oh, and you don't?
Mark Jones is basically a Heat broadcaster, okay? He is like an honorary member of Heat Nation. Of course he's going to give Jimmy Butler his props. And by the way, thank God that he had him there because you had OG Heat hater Hubie Brown on the broadcast. That dude basically was doing the game in a leprechaun outfit. No respect for Jimmy Butler. No respect for Bam Adebayo. But you'll give Ben Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. Oh, he should be defensive player. Get the hell out of here. His metrics don't compare to Bam's.
You're talking metrics now.
The hell out of yeah. This is the language the nerds talk. You want to give Daryl Morey number one? Here's my number one. To your list. The hell out of here.
Oh, my goodness.
I hope this Twitch stream doesn't have to get deleted.
If so, we had a good run. It all came apart because of a list of what two guys think your team's going to be 3 years from now.
Two idiots.
Okay.